So we're in Clovis, California. We just finished installing a gas line to a barbecue out back. We came over here to the existing shutoff for the tankless water heater and tied in with a new line. We're literally 3 feet from the meter. Of course, the pipe goes up the wall and over and back down. But I would say you're within 20 feet of this. And you can run about 250,000 BTUs, even in the 30-foot column. This unit is 180,000 BTU, Renai, and you can see right there, 180,000. Barbecue's 25, so you're at 205. So plenty of gas. And so we came in here and snuck in a T on the backside, a galvanized T, ball valve, and that's just to isolate it from the rest of the home, so we can continue to use the gas in the home. And then, of course, little 3/4 nipple, and then a 90 dropping down right here, 3/4 half, down to a 1/2-inch riser. This is an anodeless riser from Clovis Polycon, and it's the same thing PG&E uses. It's a all one piece, a long sweeping 90. On one end, it's got an adapter to go to your iron pipe. On the bottom end, it's got the plastic, so you can go to the poly pipe, and the constab fitting. So we've got this in, and we did want to document this. We were told by the concrete contractor that they are going to come back and pour concrete in the same location as this pad. So this pad, right now, it's about 1 inch below garage. As you can see the difference. So this landing, when you come out of the garage, there's about 1 inch there. But what we're really looking for is from bottom of weep screed, you can see it's 3 inches to concrete. And so that's the measurement we're using for our risers. The reason being is these risers, you can only bury them that far. That's it. You can see it right there. Maximum burial. And so what we've got, basically to the top of this tape, to the bottom of the weep screed, and what we'll show you this right now, just from looking straight across. And so there's the weep screed, there's the tape measure, and of course, you know, once it's poured, it'll be top of concrete. That's what it's supposed to be. That's what we were told, so that's all we can do. If you pour this too deep, or if there's a conflict, let us know. Don't just pour concrete and then, you know, we're stuck. So you can see the bottom of that red line, that's as deep as we can go with concrete. And so we took it a 4-foot level and came off the stoop, or the landing over there. And then additionally, we took a level right here and leveled across. And so we're in the right location. We're high enough. We're about 1/4 to 1/2 high than the maximum burial depth. And so that's good. And then the reason why I got to document this is, you know, we don't want it to get buried. So if there is a conflict, if you're going to change something, let us know. You know, it's easy enough to come back out here and pull up on the dirt, pull up on the riser and get it raised up. But anyway, so that's the poly pipe. Unfortunately, you know, we had to bury a lot of this down in here. The reason being is our trencher came out and he ran through and there's no way to avoid it. We already knew this. But he trenched through the drain lines coming from the backyard. So we got out here and did a repair on those real quick. You can see, maybe you can't see, but we got the SDR pipe here, got it repaired, and then shaded the ditch in. We want to make sure that the soil is nice and compact around the pipe, so that this pipe doesn't get moved around when we backfill it later. And then, of course, you can see here's the poly pipe. That's 1/2-inch IPS. And then the tracer wire, you got a 14-gauge tracer wire, green, coming around. Same thing down here, damage to the line, and so we got that repaired. That's drainage for surface water, downspouts, things like that. And then, of course, poly pipe, and then it comes around the corner. And we got this nice and shaded in, you know, so we can keep this straight up and down. And you know, as you're pouring it, if you move this around, that's fine. Just, you know, straighten it up a little bit, do something with it. Don't leave it leaning, you know. And so we did the same thing over here. It's hard to see because we've got some afternoon sun right now, and so it's hard to see what's going on. But same thing, we did the 3 inches down, and then, you know, top of tape, and of course you can see that right there. That's 3 inches down, and that's to here. That's the top of the tape. So maximum burial, which means when you get done with your concrete, you know, and you're 3 inches down right here, you know, we're good, we're fine. And so that riser's up plenty high, and like I say, maximum burial there. And of course you can see existing concrete over here. It's a little deeper. This pad's going to come out, and this pad's a little deeper than the other side. So, but that's what they told us. They were going to come down 3 inches. And that's what you got. You got about 2.5 right there, or two right there. And of course this one doesn't matter because it's isolated all by itself. It's just the one over on the garage, it's down 3 inches because you need an additional drop. You need an additional drop stepping out of the garage. You don't want that concrete poured flush with the garage, because if water backs up on the side, it just floods into the garage. So that's why they're going to drop it down 3 inches. So anyways, blah, blah, blah. 12, just a little over 12 pounds. And we leave it there. It's a 15-pound test, or 10-pound test, 15 minutes. And we usually pump it up to 12 just because it fluctuates. Overnight it cools off and the gauge drops, and then during the afternoon it comes back up. So the hotter it gets, the more the air expands, and you'll get a different reading. But the inspector is going to come out. He's going to let a little bit of air out of it to make sure that it's actually, that needle will move. And then he'll monitor for about 15 minutes to make sure that it holds outside. And then he'll go ahead and sign things off. So inspection's called for tomorrow. And as soon as that's signed off, we'll come back out, pull the test gauge, cap off the pipe on this end. And then probably, I don't know, probably this weekend, sometime Saturday, come back out, and all this dirt, we got to backfill. So we'll fill this ditch back up, and then we're done out here. So any trouble, give us a holler. Any changes, give us a holler. Outside of that, this installation is done.